So, okay,
Okay.
let's just start directly into it. What got you into freelancing? I mean, why didn't you go to some normal company to do a job and do a 9 to 5 thing? Why did you enter into this world of freelancing?
Okay. So when I grew up, like in my family, like I see a lot of financial problems. Okay.
Okay.
So I kept thinking like, how can I solve this? How can I solve this? And I was when I was young. I was when I was in maybe in seventh or eighth standard. I used to think like my dream job would be like sitting in an AC office and doing some work, not moving my heads around outside. Okay? So that was my dream job. Okay. So when I uh, get older by time, I came to know, okay, this won't make me rich. By doing this, I won't be able to make a lot of money. So then I came across like a business. What is it? But then I thought, okay, it needs a capital. I need to raise a capital in this. But that was not my cup of tea. Like, how can I do that?
Hmm.
So when COVID hit, I came across this concept of freelancing, like what it is. I spent around daily around 10 to 12 hours into this. Like, what is it? How can I do this? I used to follow people on Instagram, like if you know uh, Nicolas Pede, who used to do the Instagram page thing. I tried a couple of things like in code, but that didn't work. Then I understand what exactly freelancing is. So that's where I came to know this and where I can start and without any capital. That's
Okay.
what.
So it was, I mean, financial reasons, of course, and in India,
Yeah,
most of us start business due to financial reasons. And
yeah.
so, since how many time, since how long are you doing this?
Uh, from it's third years. Yeah, it's
It's
more
third
than
year.
2 years. Yeah.
Wow. So, like, what's your business? What exactly do you do?
Okay. So when I started, I used to do social media marketing. Like
Okay.
I used to create content for businesses, for creators. Okay. Then I shifted towards the email thing. Okay,
Okay.
cold emails.
Got it.
Now I do is I send cold emails on behalf of the businesses. If you are into B2B, you work with some other companies. I
Mhm.
schedule meetings for you
Mm.
using cold emails. I scrape out leads for your the ideal customer,
Yeah.
and then I send emails on behalf of you to book a meeting.
Got it. So,
That's what I exactly do.
yeah. So, do you just do cold emails or do you do for like an email marketing campaign kind of thing, newsletters and all?
Pure cold emails and
Your cold
the
emails.
paid ads, Facebook paid ads.
Okay.
This both strategies I use to generate leads.
Got it. So, yeah, actually, this is the topic I want to
Mm.
enter into. What exactly, how would you say, what is lead generation for a person who haven't heard this topic, who isn't into the digital world? How would you explain lead generation?
Okay, so if a person
Yeah.
matches to your ideal customer profile, let's say you are selling a biscuit, okay?
Yeah.
So who would be your customer? Like a kid
Hmm.
who loves biscuit, right?
Yeah.
Exactly in the business world. If you are selling some service, then who that service belongs to? Let's say if you are making uh, YouTube videos like entertainment videos, like
Yeah.
okay, so who will be the viewer of that video,
Hmm.
right? A person who wants to get entertained, probably the younger age Gen Z from 18 to 24, mostly they watch the video. So this viewer, this audience is your this uh, fits to your ideal customer profile, right? 18 to 24, who loves entertainment.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is your ideal customer profile. Now, when you get their details, like their name, who are they, what they do, their emails, okay, that becomes your lead. But in a genuine way, you get their contact details. If you give something to them in exchange of their emails
Okay.
or
Yeah.
their
I got it.
contact details, that becomes your lead. If you
So,
if you buy something, if you buy this, let's say if you bought a list of this, even this people, okay,
hmm.
18 to 24 age, your ideal customer profile,
Hmm.
you got on the internet, you find out some person who is selling this, and you
Hmm.
bought that, but that isn't genuine. Like that would be a fake leads because when you start contacting them, they would feel it's a spam because
Hmm.
they don't know you. They didn't give their permission to use their emails.
Yep.
Okay, so when you they willingly give you their details, right? That's a lead for you, which matches your ideal customer profile. Later
And
on, and you sell something to them.
okay, and this free thing that you're talking about that give something, give value for free in exchange for
Hmm.
your emails. Do you do that on Twitter, on like Facebook, on Instagram? Where do you give that thing?
On emails.
On emails. Okay. So,
Yeah.
but before that, okay, but before sending them the email, you said that you need to
Hmm.
have a way to get their emails, right? So how do you get those
Hmm.
emails? How do you
Okay.
generate those?
I use tools like Lead
Okay,
Hype, then Instantly.ai. These tools help me to get their emails, and then I just send a normal email because they haven't willingly given me their email. So I just ask them, if you mind if I send something to you?
got
Okay,
it. Okay, okay, okay.
they don't know me yet,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So I just my first question is that if you mind if I send something which will be helpful to you,
yeah.
that's how I get that.
So trust building is very important in this.
Exactly.
Got it.
Don't just pitch in the first email. Hey,
Yeah.
this is my service, but they will instantly block you, and your domain will be like blacklisted.
Hmm. And what are your views on personal branding on social media? Like many people are making content daily. I've seen a lot of your tweets, and they are pretty good tweets. I mean, I learn a lot
Hmm.
from them. I've retweeted a lot of them, and they're pretty educating. So, what's your view that how important is personal branding?
Uh, Mainly now in this world, in this 2023,
Yeah,
the AI has come, right? So the everything is changing faster,
yeah,
right? If you want to build your own space in this
yeah.
entire thing, the social media world, if you want to get known, if you want some credibility, some trust among people, then the only thing you can do is to show your face around that on social media,
Mm.
right? It plays a major role. Let's say if you are just doing it for fun, for fame, for trust right now, but later on you can build a business on it,
Huh.
right? If you are a normal student right now, a college student, even if you start making some content, some reels on Instagram, then you are building an audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Later on, you can gather around the community. From audience, you can build a community.
Hmm.
Audience is a different thing, and a community is a different, So you can later on build a community from that, and you can instantly start selling. So personal branding plays a major role in this kind of world where everyone is kicking off the out of the sorry kicking out of their companies, like laying off many people's right now, and companies like Google are
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
laying off. What
How's
would the person do from the next month when he was supposed to work
correct.
there, when he had even a contract with them, like I
Yeah,
will work here, and then
yeah,
Google is
yeah.
saying, hey, you go off, you have nothing to do with us. That's
Uh,
where that personal branding plays a role. Like if you have an audience, you can start doing instantly something.
you said one very important thing that audience and community are different things. What's
Hmm.
the meaning of that?
Okay. Community is something that supports you, that's interacts with each other. Gary Vee, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Their
definitely.
audience is allowed on social media. He
Yeah.
has around 8 million followers, 8
Yeah.
or 10 probably on
Yeah.
Instagram, and probably 2 to 3 million on Twitter.
Hmm.
But his community is lesser than 10 or 20%. His community hangs around on Discord, his V
Okay.
friends, right?
Yeah.
That's where they interact, that's where they communicate, that's
Hmm.
where Gary Vee talks with him. Okay? People, those who follow Gary Vee on Instagram, they just want to see his content. They don't want to interact. They don't want to
Hmm.
come in front. Don't just share anything with them, right? They don't
Huh.
want to give anything. They just want to consume. That's why they are following. But community is something where people interact, where they help each other, because they are built by a certain someone. Okay,
Hmm.
they follow Gary Vee. They have their mindset. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a community built. If you have audience, okay, So you can just ask your audience, like, who wants to be here? Who wants to be in my group? Where we do this kind of things.
Hmm.
They will be taking out their time on daily basis. Like I'll spend a day here. Okay, I'll spend a couple of days, couple of hours. If they are doing some event, I will be volunteering them to
Yeah.
learn. They are genuinely spending their time with you.
Hmm.
But your audience won't do that if they are not interested. If you push them into that, hey, you come into this, become my community. They won't do that. That will
Hmm.
hurt your community reputation.
Got it, got it. Yeah, that's amazing. And
Hmm.
I've read somewhere that audiences are built on social media, communities are generally built on emails and your website.
Yeah.
So that's okay, awesome. So what does your daily routine looks like? So what do you do after waking up, and how many hours do you work in a day?
Okay. I don't have any fixed routine. I wake up on my own time. Let's say
Awesome.
someday I wake up at 7 a.m. Someday I
Awesome.
wake up at 12 p.m. in the noon
Awesome.
because I'm a
Awesome.
night owl. I work
Yeah.
mostly in the night.
Awesome.
That brain cells open up and pushes me to do more. So on every weekend, let's say today is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I'll be sitting down tomorrow and writing down things because which is important for me, which is not important, which is urgent, which is not urgent. And then I
Okay.
schedule for the entire week. I need to wake
Okay.
up at this time on this day and do this thing because it is urgent. Okay. I delegate my task. It isn't like a fixed routine like waking up 6 a.m., going to gym 6:30.
Mhm.
That's not my routine. I'm not that kind of guy. And I
Awesome.
probably work around 7 to 8 hours in the
Mhm.
night
Okay.
from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m., 5 a.m. right in the night.
Okay.
And my daytime goes into the internship
Uh-huh.
because my college wants me to do that right now.
Yeah, yeah,
You do this,
yeah.
then we will give you a degree.
Awesome. Which city do you live in? Where do you live?
Okay, I belong to Anjar. It is that's a small town
Yeah.
in Kutch district
Oh,
from
okay.
Gujarat.
Gujarat. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So, what would you think would be the name of your biography? So that's a very interesting question for me. If let's say your worst enemy wrote about you.
Okay, let me think of that. Uh, Enemy wrote that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
My enemy, my worst enemy.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hmm. It would be a selfish guy
Selfish guy. Okay.
if
So
my
yeah.
enemy wrote that. And if my closed one, who I actually belong to, like I'm open to them, they would write a selfless guy. That's vice versa.
So you're different with
Because
different
I
kind of
keep
people.
my circle, yeah, because I keep my circle very tight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's why.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Amazing. So do you read, books or do you watch some podcasts?
Yeah, I read books,
Awesome.
I
So
listen podcasts,
would you like
I
to recommend
watch
some?
movies, web
Yeah,
series.
awesome. Awesome. Would you like to recommend some books or podcast or movies to our audience to grow in life or to start a
Hmm.
business or something?
Okay. The first book you need to read is Build Don't Talk by Raj Shamani.
Rashomani. Yeah.
That's an amazing book which he released a few months back. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the second book, Eat That Frog. Okay.
Okay.
That will teach you how
Yeah.
not to procrastinate.
Procrastinate. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's where most people fail. Like they
Yeah.
just keep procrastinating things. Like I'll do later. I
That's
have time. But in actual, they don't have time. They don't realize that they don't have time.
exactly. 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 That's amazing. And
And the third book, I would say, Psychology of Money.
hmm,
It will
amazing.
teach you how
Amazing.
money works
Amazing book.
naturally.
Amazing. And any podcast recommendations?
Podcast. Hmm. Particularly, I'd say the Gary V audio experience because he talks about the current situation. Like
Mhm.
right
Yeah,
now, Web3 is going on, NFT is going on.
definitely.
How it can involve in your business, right?
Mhm.
A business person, if you are actually want to upgrade in this, like if you want to grow, if you want to take this further in 2023 or next year, then he is the person who can give you right direction, like what you
Yeah,
can do in your business.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
that. And if I say some web series, then they should watch a Super Pumped
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
available on Voot, the story of Uber.
Boat में Travis Kalanick.
Yeah, Travis Kalanick.
Amazing series, man. Uh,
Exactly.
Pretty great recommendations. And just a last question, which I ask every audience member: what's the one thing about your mindset that you believe is helping you grow? What's the one biggest factor in your mindset?
Okay. I'll say curiosity.
Curiosity. Amazing.
Yeah.
So curiosity, as in you like knowing about your field, or you want to know about every field? What kind of curiosity?
Everything.
Everything.
When I grew up, I used to ask a lot of questions, a lot. Even I do today. I
Yeah.
ask a little things when people
Uh-huh.
feel this is a stupid question, but I would ask them. That that helps me grow. Curiosity. I'm curious.
Definitely, definitely.
Aris, what happened recently? Uh, I was just going. I was sitting somewhere
Yeah.
in a company. I met someone. Like he invited me for a talk, like with their people. Okay. So HR said to me, why don't you don't want to do a job? Okay. So
Mm.
we are doing an interview process, right? So why don't you join us in this? Like
Yeah.
you take a part in this to just to know how it would go. I was like, okay. So they said to me, actually I didn't do that, but they said, okay, this is the process, this is how do anyone have any they asked everyone like, do you have any questions? I asked, can I use Google in this? Okay, this is the test, but I want to use Google in this. Can I do that? It was a technical question rounds. Like I asked them, can I use Google in this? He said, you can do that, but you're out of this process.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. It
But
was
that answered the question of many people. Like they can use Google while doing that, giving that test. So that's
that's
stupid
really
questions I asked.
amazing, man. Amazing. It was so great talking to you. Actually, there was one
Yeah,
extra question that if you want, we will not
sure.
include in the podcast. It's kind of like my personal question. So,
That's okay.
last for 1 year, I'm doing a general copywriting. For example, if someone
Hmm.
wants their website content to be written, I'm doing that.
Hmm.
If someone wants their social media copy, I'm doing that. But
Hmm.
right now, I've decided that I will go on one offer and one service,
Hmm.
and I will focus on that. So I've decided that I will go to all the Twitter influencers and I will do Twitter ghost writing for them. I will write tweets for
Okay.
them, Twitter threads for them.
Hmm.
So, is there any kind of advice that you would like to give me? How can I grow from here?
Okay. So
Should I cold email them? Should I start doing that?
hmm, you can cold email them like you are offering this. Like, firstly, you need to optimize your Twitter profile. That's the basic things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
You
I'll
need
do
to
that.
do this. Okay. So you can cold email them and even you can DM them on Twitter,
Hmm.
right? You can use that software contact bud if you know.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay,
a Twitter automation tool. You can send daily cold DMs to them. You can
okay.
use that. Yeah, and also you can write something, write few tweets like which
Yeah,
are
yeah.
related to the niche. Let's
I'll
say
definitely start that.
if you wanna let's say work with anyone, Gary V, even you wanna work with them.
Hmm.
So you will write something for them. Hello,
Hello,
still
hello,
there?
hello. Sorry, my Wi-Fi just went off. Yeah. So you were talking about cold Twitter DMs, right?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people who would be looking your ghostwriting service for Twitter are mostly active on Twitter because
Yeah.
they are feeling that pain, like they are able to grow there. So
Definitely. Yeah.
the cold email is your second option. First option is the Twitter cold DM for you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you can
So
start from there.
Awesome.
DMing them on.
Thank you so much. I'll definitely start that now, and I'll optimize my Twitter profile and start tweeting about that. So thank you so much, Aditya, for this podcast. This was the first episode of this series of digital entrepreneurship and digital freedom. So
Yeah.
let me know in the comments
Thank
who
you for
would.
inviting me.
Oh, thank you so much, man, for doing this. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.